Before the spotlight found his older brother James, before Switch became one of the most sophisticated and influential R&B groups of the late 70s, there was a young musician with a voice of velvet, perfect pitch, and a mind built for harmony. This man was a singer, songwriter, and instrumentalist whose talent shaped the sound of a generation, even if the world didn't always see his face. From the streets of Akron to Motown's inner center, this man carried a precise, almost scientific approach to music. He wasn't just a performer, he was a craftsman, a man obsessed with arrangement, tone, and emotional expression. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Phillip Ingram. Now, if you guys love my videos and love supporting me, then I suggest you become a member of the channel where I will be releasing exclusive videos just for you all. Be sure to get that family tier so you won't miss out on these exclusive perks. If you guys would love to connect with me outside of YouTube, then I am officially announcing that I am on Discord. Here, you can provide me with feedback on my recent uploads. You could drop your suggestions for future videos, or if you just want to chat it up about videos or about music in general, or just about anything, we could do it here. We could do it together. I hope to see you there. The link is in the description below. Now, before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more content. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro. Before the world knew the Ingram family as a musical dynasty, before Switch hit the airwaves, before James Ingram became a household name, there was a young man in Akron, Ohio, who was quietly honing a gift. His name was Phillip Eugene Ingram, born on July 11, 1958. Growing up in a large musically gifted family, Phillip's world was filled with gospel harmonies, rehearsals, and local performances. While his older brother James took the spotlight with his bold, resilient voice, Phillip developed something different, a disciplined, elegant tone with incredible control. By his early teens, it was clear that Phillip wasn't just talented, he was special. He played multiple instruments, arranged harmonies, and understood the structure and phrasing with precision, something very rare for someone his age. This wasn't just a singer in the making. This was a musical architect. Opportunity came knocking in the mid-70s when Phillip began performing in local groups. His versatility on keys, vocals, and arrangement made him stand out. And that's when fate stepped in. Producer and industry connector Gregory Williams, who was forming a new R&B group with high-level musicianship, heard about Phillip's talent. He wanted a singer who could deliver both high falsetto and warm mid-range, someone more precise, disciplined, and creative. And Phillip fit that perfectly. With that invitation, Phillip became one of the founding members of what would soon become Switch, a band destined to reshape the late 70s R&B sound. That big break, it came when they were signed with Motown Records under the guidance of Jermaine Jackson. For a young musician from Akron, this was a dream come true, but it was also a challenge. Motown was a major league, and Switch, it wasn't just another R&B band. There was a group full of multi-instrumentalists, writers, and vocalists expected to create something new, and Phillip, he was ready. When Switch debuted in 1978, they didn't sound like anyone else. Their harmonies was unique. Their musicianship was elite. Their arrangements was layered and elegant. And at the heart of that sound was Phillip, delivering soaring falsettos, rich mid-range leads, and tight harmonies that became the band's signature. While Bobby DeBarge often fronted the group, Phillip played a crucial balancing role vocally, musically, and creatively. His tone added warmth, sophistication, and emotional depth. Phillip wasn't always the loudest voice in a room, but when he sang, people listened. Switch became known for their smooth vocal stacks, precision musicship, emotional romantic performances, and a polished professionalism that was very rare in the late 70s funk soul scene. Their success helped inspire the polished R&B sound that would dominate the 80s, from the Barge to Ready for the World and beyond. While fans loved Switch for their harmony and styles, few knew how deeply Phillip influenced the group behind the scenes. He wasn't the flashy type, he wasn't the chasing celebrity. Phillip was a technician, the organizer, and the quiet perfectionist. He helped secure vocal parts, redefine chords, and perfectly integrate harmonies. His understanding of timing gave Switch a level of professionalism that set them apart from others. He was the glue, the stabilizer, the musician who made sure everything stayed aligned. And as Switch continued to produce hits, Phillip's music identity grew stronger, more confident, and more refined. Outside the studio, Phillip lived a life far quieter than the music industry imagined. He valued privacy, faith, family, and personal balance. While some artists' lives was marked by public turbulence or high-profile drama, Phillip stayed steady, grounded, and centered. His personal life became a reflection of who he was as an artist: disciplined, focused, thoughtful, and authentic. Though he faced the pressures of the industry with intense schedules, creative differences, and the challenges of living in the shadow of his famous brother, Phillip never lost the sight of what mattered. He built his life around humanity, community, and the genuine love of making music. After Switch's initial run, Phillip began exploring new musical avenues, including a solo career. His smooth tenure, polished technique opened the doors in R&B, funk, stage musicals, gospel, and section studio work. He became a respected vocalist in the studio world. Producers trusted him for his tone and professionalism. Phillip never chased mainstream stardom. Instead, he built a career rooted in craft and integrity, earning the respect of musicians, producers, and vocalists across the industry. Outside his own releases, he built a respected career as a section and collaborative vocalist, working with major producers and contributing background vocals to projects for artists including Quincy Jones and Jeffrey Osborne, to mention a few. He also provided vocals for various soundtracks and commercial sections. These collaborations display his adaptability, shifting from soulful ballads to pop R&B to gospel with seamless professionalism. Though never chasing mainstream stardom, Phillip Ingram's solo work and collaborations solidified his reputation as a musician's musician. A versatile craftsman whose voice and creativity quietly supported some of the most polished music of his era. Today, Phillip Ingram is often described as one of R&B's most underrated talents, not because people overlooked him, but because his genius was refined and behind the scenes. His influence lives on in harmonies of modern R&B. The vocal style of 80s soul groups, countless musicians he mentored or inspired, and the lasting legacy of the Switch sound. Phillip proved that you don't need to live in a spotlight to shape the sound of a generation. His legacy is one of musicianships over fame, craft over ego, and harmony over noise. Phillip's story is a reminder that music is built not only by icons, but by craftsmen. By the voices that blend, arrange, refine, and elevate. By artists who understand that harmony in music and in life is a rare but powerful gift. Phillip Ingram was and remains one of those rare artists. The technician, the perfectionist, the quiet genius, the voice behind the harmony. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song by Phillip Ingram or by Switch?